How you doing, guys? Chris at Dentless Touch. This is Sunday, and anybody familiar with the channel, we know I just kind of do a business talk, a tech talk on Sunday, just something different than an overall like PDR repair and stuff like that. I kind of enjoy doing these videos alongside of those repair videos. But anyway, I want to expose you to our podcast. We released it in I think it was January. We have great feedback, a lot of support. I think it's over 5,000 downloads. Currently, we have like 70 different episodes on our podcast. Currently, it's just on iTunes. But if it's something you enjoy, if you enjoy podcasts, just listening in, we have a unique series that is called PDR Workshop Unscripted. This video, I'm going to leave you with one of the unscripted videos. Should only be about 5 or 10 minutes. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our newsletter. If you want to get updates on events, tools that are coming out, different tech tips, our shows, anything where we're going to be at. We're going to be at the new Stanliner training, the first one in the United States. So we'll be there. Me and Dave O put together this podcast for you guys. So hopefully you guys enjoy. And leave a comment below. If you don't use iTunes, where do you want our podcast to be on? If it's Spotify or Stitcher, whatever the name of these other podcast platforms are. Guys, please enjoy the podcast, and we'll see you on the next video. Peace. Now recording. Dave, this is PDR Unscripted. We're going to talk about Dent lingos, man. All the terminologies, little definitions, all that crazy stuff that we say between all of us as other Dent guys. So what comes to mind? What's your first one, Dave?
Glassing it.
Oh, man, you stole mine. I mean, I literally just made that. All right, so go ahead. So you got glassing it.
Glassing it. Making it look like nothing ever happened. Fixing making a repair looking like glass, like it was never painted. There was never
glass, huh?
Like, I mean, it's just smooth. Orange peels on point. Everything is there. You just glassed it. It looks like the rest of the car.
So that leads into the second one. I mean, orange peel. What is orange peel? I mean,
Peel.
What is it? It's the texture of the way the paint lays, right? Is there
metal? Yeah.
So we got glass in it, orange peel. I used to say pretty peppered. When a car was hit pretty bad, it was, that's pretty peppered. It's a pretty peppered car. So, I mean, to us, it was just a car that was extremely hit, and obviously through hail or acorn, something like that. What's another one, Dave? What you got?
That kind of brings it to, well, when we say crush, smash, I mean, that's kind of just like damage dependent.
What about stretch? When we say stretch, what are we talking about?
It's just the metal being. Sometimes it's too and sometimes it's too stretched. I don't know. Like sometimes that metal is. When I think of stretched, I think of a deep hit, and that metal has been pulled to the center of that damage. It's stretched. It's
actually.
It's like sunk into a paint. Like all I can think was like when a shopping cart hits a door, and then there's that deep part, and it's taken the metal from all around it and that impact point and sucked it into that deep dark hole, and that metal is stretched.
So I'll go back 10 years. Me and a gentleman named Shaw, very good tech, kind of trained with me. He was, I think, a year or two above me. He would look at me every time that he got a car in the shop and say, bling, bling. So that was his kind of cha-ching, but he would just say bling, bling. I know it's not a Dent lingo, but I thought it was absolutely hilarious because it was just every now and then, bling, 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 bling. So I thought that was crazy.
Push the paint.
So to me, that's just getting it as flat as you possibly can. So instead of that going to the actual bodyman, it actually can go straight to the painter. They could possibly put a little bit of filler, if not anything at all, that just lay the undercoat or the paint on, the primer on thick. They can sand it down and paint it. What else you got for me, Dave?
Cross-check.
Cross-check. That's a good one. Definitely. So that is just moving your board in many different angles. So again, you're just cross-checking yourself, kind of like a cross.
Cherry picker.
Ooh. Well, that is a uniform thing. You know, that's just picking the easy jobs out of the bunch.
Drill it and bill it.
Well, I don't do a lot of drilling, but it's kind of a lot term, and I think it, you know, no disrespect to any of the guys that do it. I think it was a reference those guys that just absolutely do not value PDR. You just have those customers that just doesn't care. They want the absolute cheapest, don't care the quality, and you just are fighting them tooth and nail to up their pricing and give you more so you can actually get a job done. And at this point, you get fed up and you just say, drill it and bill it. That's what I think about that. I mean, I think we've all done it to a certain beat. You just keep fighting them, and they just say, hey, I don't care. Just make an access hole and keep it moving. And you just think to yourself, drill it and bill it, keep it moving.
Grip it and rip it.
I never heard that one. You can elaborate on that one.
Glue pulling. Taking your slide hammer, put it around that tab, you're gripping that slide hammer and you're just pulling away. Trying to yank that paint off as if you can.
Have you ever tried to just deliberately yank paint off?
Yeah.
I have.
Especially like when I'm pissed at a tab, like that when I'm like mad that a tab is not coming off the car. And like I don't want to go get my alcohol and like I'm just like yanking on it, knowing I'm probably creating more damage than I need to. That's what happened with that Tesla. I was doing the same thing. Like I was getting tabs and ice, like they were on there. And I'm just yanking. I'm like, you know what? There's nothing that I can do right now on this side of the car that isn't like already hurt on the others, like on the inside. Like what I'm doing to the outside is probably only helping as much as I'm yank. I mean, I had blood blisters on my hands from that car.
Yeah.
Just trying to yank the paint off.
The only time it comes to mind is just a long time ago. I mean, obviously you won't be doing it to customers' cars, but a long time ago, you just get those wholesalers, just try, just put a tab, and just to make them just be quiet. I mean, it's kind of sad that, you know, they're talking to someone that's years and years experience, but they just push you over the edge. They completely just write it off. Like you don't know anything about paintless dent repair. You're just a dent guy, so do what I ask.
I can go the same way. It's like when they get a customer who's just beating them on price, right?
Yeah.
Like trying to get them down and like make no profit on the car. Like, you know, that's the same feeling we have when that is happening to them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so they're used to it because for us, we got a lot of people who love the value. They appreciate us. It's just, it's pretty good. And then you go to that wholesaler that you kind of dread and they just beat you up and you're just like, come on, I want to do your work, but you're just not making it easy for me. But anyway, so they give you that smash, paint's already flaking off. I put a big tab on it and pray that
grip it and rip it.
Rip it and what? Rip it and something?
Grip it and rip it.
Rip it. There you go. All right.
Grip it and rip it.
What we
cut
got?
And buff.
Cut and buff. I got some details. Might use that one. So I think that's just standing down.
Yeah, it's the little toe.
Clear coat. Oh, make it look better.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
No ending to it. PDR technicians pretty much hate that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It look better. I do. It makes me cringe when I hear, "Can you make it look better?"
Yeah.
Cringe.
For real.
Because 99.9% of the time, I cannot make it look better. And I've already told you that it needs a body shop.
Yeah. Again, another example of them just not even taking in consideration that you have any experience in what you do.
Correct.
So it looks like that is it. That is our lingo and definitions of different PDR lingos here on the PDR Workshop Unscripted podcast, guys. Feel free to listen in to our other podcasts, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.